bit. It'll be Manhattan going through this archway underneath. You can see leading the charge as Tavik is able to pick off one. He needs to have a monster series if Florida's going to contend, right? I mean, Tavik can play so many different heroes at a high level. Seen his Widow play. His own Valkyrie bringing two members of Seoul Dynasty back into the fight. May have been a little bit too early on the Valk for the Florida Mayhem. Zebo's able to bring Logix and Zupe back in, but see if that's enough.
This has been good stuff so far. No one's been able to really tickle Tavik at the moment. You saw maybe a token attempt by Fleta to get up towards him, but it's not been enough. They get the checkpoint, and the Transcendental's also used by Guido. Seoul Dynasty go through both of those support ultimates and get very little done with it. This is good time to start.
Tavik actually takes out Jaehong, so Seoul, they'll lose their mercy. There you see Fleta able to take out Tavik. Knew he was roaming around in that courtyard. Fleta with another, make it 3.
Jaehong now going for the Valkyrie here. Primer Rage for Swish, just to try to sow some discord in the back ranks. Fixed down though, that's really going to hurt the Mayhem. They're running out of their options and their tools to get the job done. It's going to be Logix now to fall, and those two big names are out of the picture. Logix brought back. Self-destruct from Manatee here, but Fleta is very safe from that explosion. You can see that Zephyr's going to play in that low ground here with Kuki. The Transcendence doesn't bother them too much. They're not trying to get killed, they're trying to stay alive and hang on. Fleta to back away, but Zube's brought back up. Another headshot in. Guido wants to follow up this damage. Logix is down. Manhattan doesn't get away with his mech. This was looking bad for the Mayhem, man.
Yeah, you got Munchkin coming off the spawn with the tack visor. Guido here on the Zenyatta doing a lot of work.
Oh, kill him!
Up spot. Looks like Tavik just trying to get on top, keep this one going for the Florida Mayhem. It does not look likely. Swoosh will fall. But as soon as Zebo uses Transcendence,
this could be nasty.
They don't really have anything for a blade, and here comes Munchkin with that blade. He's able to cut through one, cut through two. You get Logix out, he's just hunting for Zebo up in the sky. They're gonna res Logix back into the fight. But the Valkyrie for Seoul Dynasty providing a lot of healing, keeping everybody up.
Yeah, I mean, those reses are going to be there. Zebo knows he can't keep his team alive through a Dragon Blade, so he's going to have to res them after the fact. And now there's going to be a second round of fighting with the players being resed up. But again, for Florida, this is what happens if you don't want to play that Zenyatta.
Over to Zenyatta, so now you're going to have to rebuild up towards the ult. See Fleta here from behind, does have a pulse bomb. He's going to jump right on down. Oh, he's going to get Logix with it. That's a huge kill.
Have a bit to work with Vic going down. They've already got a man advantage, so the ultimate advantage surely is going to give him the edge of this fight. Zupe down, Zebasai soon to follow. Both supports fall to the hand. The keen edge of Munchkin as he makes sure he locks onto the key targets and delivers them a very, very swift demise.
Yep.
Him anything, if Fleta still has room to breathe, there's no tanks going to be jumping on him right now. This is all Fleta's playground, but he's not connecting the shots. He has to do this. Zebo falls. Zipper gets a little bit of a better self-destruct than the Mayhem are able to, and Logix finally falls to Fleta, who just really was able to sit out in the open and take whatever shot he wanted. Play cocky, because he knew he had the opportunity to do so. Swoosh, I think, is looking for him now, but it might be a little bit too late. The damage has already been done by the free-flying Widowmaker, and Manhattan, the last man on the payload here. An attempt for Swoosh to drop back in. The last vestiges of his anger have now abated. It's Tavik forced to recall off of it, and that is going to be the job to Zenyatta, but it may not matter at this stage. Zebasai has pole position, he has high ground control, no one's contesting him right now. He's in a great position to do damage, he just needs to connect these shots. Dragon Blade for Fleta, he needs to try and break the deadlock. Jaehong was still sitting pretty safe back in the corner, and you better believe this guy's going to deliver. He found Zebasai and Zupe there with those 2 kills. A fight that any other team would have lost. The Dynasty dig their feet in and hold.
That's on Fleta.
How do you get rid of this?
In that high ground? I mean, you dive in, you have a ton of just damage right in your face. As you see, it's going to be Fleta using that Riptire.
Oh no.
Takes out Zupe as he's using the Valkyrie. I feel like you're relying a lot on Tavik to get up there.
Kobe! That's so nasty. 3 players down from Fleta.
Well, this is what happens when you don't go up there and take him out.
Oh, Zebasai now trying to avoid almost certain death.
Okay. Dragon Blade, and they finally get Fleta. It's a big kill, and they get Toby with a pulse bomb.
Yeah, they're using these ultimates. The Mayhem know they have to. Just get a little bit of time alone on the point is all they need. But Jaehong, who's on him? Absolutely no one. He's sitting safe, but Zebasai's going to fall. Manhattan got de-suited from his hand, and I think Swoosh is going to try and escape this one, but again, it's tough. It's not even safe up on the rafters here. Swoosh a couple more, and he'll be a done deal, and Jaehong was more than happy to sit back. Wait for his chance to come forward, and Logix just gets blown up.
There it is.
Okay. The entire team benefits from the sound barriers, but that's the start they're looking for. Manhattan once again gets stuck. This time, Munchkin actually finishes the job. So he gets in now in a mini-diva form. Who's he hunting for now? Once it's probably finished, Manhattan off. He sees Zebo who's low in the backline, but Fleta's always going to be there. Zupe, again, another attempt at doing some work here on this Mercy, but he's constantly being cut down. He's getting no freedom. He can't even play the game, Matt. And Munchkin now will continue just to spray. I know it's hard to watch. This guy likes to flick and dodge around, but that's going to be it. The Mayhem have run out of gas, and they may have run out of it after the first fight, Matt. There's a couple of shurikens in there, but we're noticing that Fleta's not really been able to find his targets. Now with a bit of help, though, he's found Swoosh away with shuriken, claims the life there. of the Winston player. Vic hoping to get something with the Riptide, but it doesn't work out. And now Seoul are starting to turn a drop of water into an absolute flood. Manhattan desuited there, got to be taken out surely in the next few moments. This seems to be it for Seoul. They found their rhythm. They don't even need ultimates in this fight, Matt. That's what's so astounding. They play it safe. They play it cool, calm, collected, like only they know how. Now, desuit here on Manhattan, though, and Vic now has a bit of freedom to work here from up on high.
You do have Jaehong, though, using the Valkyrie, bringing Fleta back on in. Munchkin's going to take out Swoosh. And... well,
it's going to hurt in the morning. You know what? That's insult to injury, my friend.
Yeah, Seoul able to take the point back here. Fleta using the Rocket Barrage takes out Zebo before he's able to get back towards the point. It'll be Seoul Dynasty taking that one 100% to 86, so Florida did put up a very good fight.
A long fight, and now the Graviton surge from Vic. We need to see a difference made here, and maybe we have it. Manhattan comes in. He actually gets a self-destruct kill on towards Zephyr, and that was when Vic went for the grab.
Dynasty was able to flip the point back in their favor.
I think the damage was what was really important there for Fleta, trying to chunk down some of these big bodies. But Munchkin has already fallen to Logix. He needs to find more, but you can see how hard it can be to play with enemies so close as McCree. Logix is frantically flicking that crosshair around, trying to find his target.
Oh!
Zebo falls down. No sound barrier. He gets taken out while he's in midair before he can hit the ground and give his team the overshield. That might really hurt the Mayhem here because he's lost the ultimate. Fleta now a little bit low, needs to do damage to get HP. That's how Reaper works, and he's found Zuppe. What a big pick off. The Mora goes down, and now it looks like Seoul are more than happy just to clean this one up. They've had enough of the fun and games. It's time to get the job done. Another death blossom from Fleta that doesn't amount to much, but you know what? It's more because there just aren't enough players from Mayhem left standing. That's going to be it. At 2-0. And Seoul Dynasty are still putting on a show for us here, Matt. It's dominant once they get control of that point.
Damage down towards the point, has to be careful though. Fleta just hits these rockets so easily, it seems like, in this far versus far battle.
Yeah, and that's Vic's got to do with the fact that, you know, his assailant is actually being pocketed at this stage. Lands one, lands two, actually gets Zeverside getting involved again. Very aggressive Mercy play coming out from Zebo, a bit like that Tuna, what we've seen from him so far. And this is a good spot for Vic to do work here. Toby into Vic. Fleta from behind though. He turns being out of position into being in a great flanking spot to use a Deadeye to good effect.
The card is still being contested here by Seoul Dynasty. Fleta just trying to work his way back. He was able to kill Vic. Vic using that Dragon Blade has Logix right in his face. Looks like Toby may be the last one alive here for Seoul Dynasty. It'll be the Florida Mayhem, pushing the payload, taking point B.
Here, perhaps that dive composition. Kuking in the backline, what's he looking for? He's forced the transit of Zuppe already. Oh, you can't allow that to happen, but Zuppe had no choice. He would have died. There's only 35 seconds left. Seoul put the Mayhem in a lose-lose situation, and Kuking's not done yet. Now the Primal Rage. You don't want to be stuck in here with a Primal Rage, Winston. Oh, that hurts. It hurts to watch. Swoosh and Zebo are going to go down, and Kuking just cackling his way all the way to the bank, in fact. Being caught in a hole, which means you need to stay relatively high altitude.
Oh, that is sick. As you see, it's going to be Fleta using that Rocket Barrage. Toby uses the Valkyrie. It'll be a Deadeye that comes out. Logix takes out Toby during Valkyrie. Zuppe using the Transcendence. Logix just popping off here on the McCree, hitting a ton of shots.
He doesn't have a ghillie suit, Jaehong. That's not quite the same thing, my dude. Oh, there it is. Oh, that hurts so much. He gets a body grenade in. He finds the gap between the shield and the wall.
You see Kuki now using the Primal Rage. Stuck here for just a few seconds, but the dive comes on through. Florida, they were great at the beginning of this defense. They fall apart at the end. Florida does get off the payload here, though. They have to get on back. Vic makes it back towards the payload. Manhattan as well. Manhattan will get demexed and lose Zuppe. Now thinks, oh, it's a pulse bomb there from Munchkin. He's able to get to Vic, takes out Swoosh. Not far away.
I don't want to be a party pooper, Matt, but, you know, the Florida Mayhem, if they actually get here in time, which they will, they may not be set up. I like the use of the Reinhardt here, but Logix gets picked off. There was a split second. The shield was down for, and Fleta finds the kill. Now Seoul are going to go in. That is insane. Fleta forced to back away, or at least choosing to do so for the time being, because look, he's just set up for the payload. Happy as Larry, of course, as Swoosh falls to Fleta here. There's no one there. The Mayhem were close, at least to erecting some kind of defense there, man.
In that pick by Fleta forces Zuppe to use the Transcendence just to keep Zebo alive, to bring Logix back into the fight. And after that, I mean, things just spiral out of control. They're forced to get back on